Привіт.
Привit. Inna, I am just fascinated by what you do in speak Ukrainian.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Tell me, how did you get involved with kind of speaking Ukrainian and kind of showcasing the Ukrainian language to the world?
That's my passion, and I love it so much. But 2 years ago, it became my mission, the goal of my life. And yes, it makes me feel alive in this world, to tell the truth. But I've been teaching Ukrainian for second language learners for more than 7 years now.
7 years?
Yes, so...
Wow.
Yeah.
How did that all kind of start about?
It started when I was studying at the university, and I was just about to graduate from my master's, and I decided that it's time to get some job.
Yes.
But I like teaching a lot, and I started with teaching English to Ukrainians.
Okay.
Yes, as my major was English. English and translation.
Okay.
And then I realized that it's kind of a little bit boring for me, and I find out that you can teach Ukrainian. I tried, and I like it so much. And
yes.
I got so many interesting students from the whole world, and they had very interesting stories why they want to learn the Ukrainian language.
Yes.
For example, they find out about the Ukrainian heritage, or they like we had a guy from Australia, and he wrote a book about his grandma who was from Crimea, and he explored that, and he wanted to know about, the language and culture. Or, for example, we had a student who wrote a book, and his main character was Ukrainian, and therefore he decided to learn the language.
Wow.
So it just like there were so many interesting stories from people from the whole world, and it inspired me so much. And then I launched my school in 2020.
Okay.
And just like was a peak of coronavirus.
Okay.
And it was actually, it was the right time to do that, because online school.
Yes, it's very modern.
It wasn't so difficult to develop it, because it was just on time. And then I worked very hard, and I wanted to make it more popular. And actually everything happened on February 24, when the full-scale invasion happened, and people started to explore more about the Ukraine, and therefore my school, my project became very popular.
Okay.
Because of that. But it didn't happen like magically, because I worked very hard in order to do that.
Yes.
And I had already a team, I had already a school, textbooks, everything, So I wasn't this kind of person who decided to hype, like...
That's it, because Ukraine suddenly in the news or the media.
Yeah, because I noticed that there are so many right now Instagram teachers, or there are so many new YouTube channels, but they just appeared recently, because people realized, okay, it's on time. Therefore, I want to also to do that. Yes, but I'm doing that for a long time. Yes.
For a long time, and I found that interesting. So you started off teaching Ukrainians
to English.
Yeah. How did you find, because the Ukrainian language and English is it's a different alphabet.
Yeah. I want to tell you that for Ukrainians, it is so difficult to learn English as for English speakers to learn Ukrainian. It's the same.
Yes.
And it's not so easy. And I've been learning English for 15 years of my life, and I still keep improving it, because it's a lifetime journey, something like that.
Yes.
It's impossible to say like, okay, now I know it, I learn it, and I know it. No, it doesn't work like that.
It just takes kind of time and practice. And what would you think kind of the hardest, what makes it a difficult language to learn, or with either kind of people learning Ukrainians learning English, or English people learning Ukrainian?
So for Ukrainians, it is very difficult to learn the English phonetics.
Okay.
At the beginning, it takes lots of time to understand how to pronounce letters. Yes, and they can change their pronunciation in different positions.
Okay.
Yes, like for example, what we can like letter A, it can be apple.
Okay.
Or it can be cat. So it can be pronounced
Apple,
differently.
Cat. Oh yes,
Yeah,
I hadn't thought.
Apple. Here's the a, but then cat, and so on. Yes, and grammar is confusing for Ukrainians, and to understand how to make sentences, it's confusing. But for the speakers of English who learn the Ukrainian, it's very difficult. Phonetic is easy because in the Ukrainian language, the way you write the words, the way you pronounce them.
Yes.
So it's easy. But in English, when I need to learn a word, I need to learn how to pronounce them and how to write it.
Okay.
For example, successful.
Successful, yes.
Okay, successful, but how to write it?
So it'd be. I'm saying that. I'm trying to think of how you spell successful now. SUCCSUF. Oh dear, that's not very good.
That's tough. Yeah. So So just like beautiful. Yeah, beautiful. But I my brain thinks, okay, beautiful. That's the way how you pronounce it. But you have to write it beautiful.
Yes.
So I need to memorize it.
The silent letters.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's tough. But for the speakers of English, phonetics is easy, but it's very difficult to understand Ukrainian grammar because we have the system of cases that is not used in English, and we have the conjugation of the verbs. There are so many endings that you have to remember. Yes, and to understand how to use them correctly in the context. It's confusing. And of course, new words, they are not the sound unfamiliar for you.
Yes.
And it's tough to make some associations in order to remember them. And the Cyrillic script is also different. It's confusing.
Okay. It just sounds so much... Oh. It sounds so difficult. But even with the difficulty of kind of people learning Ukrainian, you've managed to kind of build such a massive following and kind of a whole... do you know how many people have kind of learnt Ukrainian as a result of your programs or teaching?
So I think like 1,000 people.
Wow.
For 7 years.
7, that's incredible.
Yes, but I have to tell you that for the last 2 years, like 650 people took my course.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
And talk a little bit about your course. Is that for people who have never spoken a word of
from scratch? Yeah.
Wow.
It's called From an Absolute Beginner to a Confident Speaker.
Okay.
So just start learning from the alphabet from the beginning.
Yes, and with kind of those steps, how's best for someone kind of interested or getting started in learning Ukrainian? Do you kind of start with learning individual words or kind of the alphabet, what would you advise?
I just start with the alphabet. You learn how to read letters, vowels, consonants, then you learn how to read syllables, and then you start reading some basic words, but it doesn't take lots of time because phonetics is not difficult. And then you just start like immersing yourself step by step, but not just focusing on one thing, but you focus on a little bit on grammar, on listening, on speaking, on reading, everything. It should be like complex.
It's kind of combined. And to help people do that, you've got textbooks,
the course, app.
Wow.
We have a community on Telegram, lots of things.
Lots of things. And you created that all yourself?
No. Of course, it's impossible.
Impossible. Okay, that's understandable.
I have a team of people. They're all Ukrainians.
Okay.
They're great professionals. They help me a lot. So I have a team of 25 people.
That's incredible.
Yes, 15 teachers.
Okay.
And 10, they just like people who help me, like a marketer, SMM,
Yes.
Google Ads specialist, etc.
And kind of really kind of creating something and kind of put it
help me.
Yes, help you. And kind of what's kind of been your trickiest bit kind of in your journey of sort of creating the courses and creating the teams and creating, has there been any times or problems you've had to overcome or difficulties? Or
there are many different difficulties in different spheres. So if I talk about the social media,
yes,
I have on Facebook and YouTube there are many haters, but they're like bots, Russian bots.
Okay, yes.
Yes, so who write like different things, like that I'm a Nazist or whatever.
Okay.
That nobody needs your language, stop doing that.
Oh wow.
Russia is forever. And they write this kind of things, these Russian bots, but actually, I don't care about them. But I don't know. I have any difficulties as any business person has. Just how to organize the team, to give the task, to control, to prepare the product, to advertise it, and so on. To think ahead. Okay, what my school will do next year.
Yes.
What will be if this, and what will be if this one happened, etc.
Yes, it's kind of always kind of continuous, continuous work and kind of progressing.
Yeah.
And everything. That's incredible, and I think that's quite interesting with kind of how you've kind of had to kind of carry on and kind of with the teams and things along those lines. I was recently out in Ukraine, visiting Ukraine last week, or back in December 2022, whenever this podcast comes out, and I noticed that with I really admired the Ukrainian entrepreneurial spirit.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
I think you know that there is a Ukrainian business community in London, and I'm also impressed how Ukrainians restarted their business here from scratch.
Yes.
It's impressive, and they're doing very well. I admire them. And I have to tell you, yes, we have this very crazy entrepreneurial spirit.
Yes.
Because we have in our DNA to survive.
yes, kind of always carry.
Yes, and many like British people, they are surprised that like Ukrainian specialists, they have many skills. And for example, I have many skills. I can create content. I can create learning materials.
Yes.
I can edit them. I can create some content, some visual things. I can create video things. I can edit it. I know about how to launch advertisement on Facebook. I know how to do things on YouTube.
Yes.
I know how to hire people. I know how to organize the team. I know how to sell the product. I know this. I know everything.
You know, that's so much to know and so much to.
Yeah, because I built my business by myself.
Yes.
And I want to know everything.
Yes.
Every detail in it. And I wanted to be the only owner.
Yes, you kind of wanted to be in charge.
Yes.
Of
it's my baby. It's my, I don't know, I want to know everything about it. I know, even if there is some problem, I can go in my website and fix it.
Oh wow.
Because I know how it works.
That's incredible. If I've got a website of mine that goes wrong, I always kind of call someone up and say, help.
Of course, I don't do that anymore because I don't have time and resource to do that. But if there is a need, I know how to do that because I did it by myself earlier.
Yes, that's incredible with kind of learning. Yes, learning.
But Ukrainians, we have this in our spirit and we are impatient. Yes, for us it's tough to wait for something. We want to do everything immediately, just right away. We demand a good service. because I don't know, it's what we have, and we can talk about it, we can analyze it, and I think it's because of our history.
Yes.
So Ukraine was a part of the USSR, and in the USSR there was no business.
Okay.
Everything belonged to the government. All the plants, organizations, shopping malls, etc.
Everything. Okay.
So there was no business. And then when the USSR collapsed in 1991, and there was a big crisis, the 90s, and people, they started doing business.
Okay.
But they didn't know how to do it. They didn't have any support. But they did it. There was lots of criminal.
Okay. Kind of underworld criminality.
Yeah, criminality. There was poverty. The country was poor. Many people, they didn't know how to do that. They wanted to earn money. They wanted to survive. They wanted to have a better life.
Yes.
But they didn't have any knowledge about that. No experience. And before, in the USSR, nobody did it.
No.
So, people, they tried to do it. I don't know.
Yes, no, I understand. Yes.
Yeah, so therefore, there was lots of this criminal, because people, they were competitive, but no healthy thing.
Yes.
So therefore, we have it. We have it in our gene, this spirit to live, to survive.
The resilience.
Therefore, we stand in this war so strongly, because we have it in our blood.
The passion
that's the secret.
That's the secret. I found that interesting. I was speaking to some Ukrainians in London recently, and they kind of gave the analogy, and I've never heard this analogy before. You might have heard of it.
Yeah.
And that was English people were like coconuts.
Okay.
And I think Ukrainians were described, I think it was peaches or some like a soft fruit but with a hard seed in the middle.
Okay, yeah, maybe it's like a peach. Yeah, why not? It's quite soft.
It is quite soft. And that was kind of that. The analogy was with Ukrainian people, kind of that very soft on the out, very welcoming, always kind of willing to help or bring people along, but in the core, in the centre, is a very strong resilience. And with English people, it's quite hard, kind of that hard shell that you kind of have to kind of chip away at. Yeah. And then in the inside, it's quite soft and quite kind of easy.
Yeah. It's just a different mentality. We had different historical, social background, etc.
Yes.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And with your kind of teachings, when you've been kind of talking to people throughout the world, have you kind of found anything kind of interesting, or kind of learnt more about your own culture and heritage through speaking to people who don't share that with you?
I think so. Yeah, there are lots of interesting things. I'm just curious how people. But when I talk to people from different countries, and I'm just curious what they think about Ukraine and everything. But I think therefore I want to describe it in my book. That I just started to write recently.
Okay.
It's about the war, but it's not only about the from the historical or military side.
Yes.
Just like how we feel.
From a person.
I just want people from the whole world to understand what was the secret of our resilience, and how we are, who we are, and how is that happened.
Yes.
I don't know. It's before, unfortunately, again, before the full-scale invasion and all these horrible events, people didn't know anything, or just they follow some stereotypes,
Yes.
and that's it. But right now people know more, but still want them to feel this connection deeper, because if you go to Ukraine, you can feel it completely. You can see the cities, go to the like, I don't know, restaurants, try food, have some friends there. You can participate in, I don't know, in a project. You can see it and feel it completely. But if you don't have opportunity to do that, and of course, it's impossible to do that through the media or some news or whatever.
Yes. You kind of have to experience
to understand the mindset.
To understand the mindset, and I think I found that's what I found so incredible with Ukrainian people when I was on my visit there. I think I think the biggest thing that confused me with Ukrainian people was when you'd be sitting at a restaurant and there's that little stall for people's handbags.
Yeah.
I've never seen this before. If that was in London, the handbag would be stolen. But in Ukraine, you've got that the little stall that people put their handbags on, and I found it. You can't describe. I think you have to go to Ukraine to really truly experience Ukraine. I think just from my trip there, I couldn't believe it. You'd be woken up at 3 a.m. by missiles or sirens happening, or you'd be kept awake all night because of the sirens and noises. And then you'd look out your window at 6 a.m. and people would be going to work, or people would be shoveling snow, and they just kept going, just kept carrying on and going on. It was, I wasn't expecting to see all of expecting to see that, and how beautiful Kyiv with all the churches and the is it the Friendship Arch Bridge or the Friendship Bridge?
Friendship Arch.
The Friendship. Have you visited there, or you've been there?
Of course, yeah. I love it.
You love it.
Kyiv. Miss it.
Yes.
I'm going in spring. So
You're going in spring. That's
Yes.
good. And you just kind of look out, and it's amazing. You wouldn't think that at kind of a country that's at war. You just stand on that bridge and you look out, and it's just a city for just miles and miles and miles with all the tower blocks and everything.
Yeah, the city is living its life. People are trying to do their best to have the normal life, to keep working, living.
Yes.
Yeah, it's amazing. Really.
Yes, it's truly amazing, and I think that was one of the reasons I wanted to go there, because the British government currently says don't travel.
Yeah, of course. It's not safe. It's not safe everywhere. Literally, yeah.
Yes. Not.
Yeah, you're a risky guy. Yeah.
Yes, people said I was brave. I wasn't sure if I was brave or stupid, but I think what I was curious about, because it was a country, the population, I'm not sure exactly on the population now, it was 43 million, but people say now with some people leaving it's about 25 million. And kind of it's a country with 25 million people in. That 25 million people call their homes. And I wanted to go and see just their homes, and kind of meet the people and experience what it's like. I just really enjoyed it.
I'm very happy about that, and I hope that next time when you will have your trip, it will be safe, peacefully, and victoriously.
Absolutely. And for anyone, obviously, when it's safe to go and visit Ukraine, would you have any kind of Inna's top 5 recommendations on where to visit in Ukraine?
Yeah, of course. Many people, they go to the west of Ukraine because it is like the safest place.
Yes.
But still, there is no safe place. And you have to download, first of all, the Siren app.
Oh,
yes. It's important. So you can just write like a Siren app Ukraine or air alarm app, and then you have to pick up the region where are you located, and
Yes.
then you have to check out. So when you hear alarms, of course, it's better to go and hide
Yes.
in the safe place. And also you can check out. There should be the app with the spaceman's where you can spend some time and wait until the alarm will be finished. And by the way, many coffee shops, restaurants, they have this ukrytya, so you will see this word. Yeah.
Okay. And I'll try and practice my Ukrainian now.
Ukrytya.
Ukrytya.
Yeah, so you'll see this. And so you can just go there and stay there.
Okay.
And you can be safe.
Yes.
Have just a cup of coffee. Yes, and just wait. And yeah, that's the rule number 1. Just to follow the alarm notifications, have the map where you can just hide and wait.
Yes.
And also, it depends where are you. I don't know. You just have to follow the other rules of safety, because besides the war, there are some other, unsafe things. If you go in winter, it's pretty cold. There is a frost and can be slippery, whatever.
Yes,
so you have to
snow.
bring very warm clothes with you, or you need to have some medicine with you. Of course, it's good to have insurance. I don't know, just like to follow some other things when you travel to another country.
Yes, just kind of be.
But of course it's people just travel to the west of Ukraine or Kyiv, and that's okay. But if you want to go somewhere closer to the south of Ukraine, southeast, it's not safe.
Oh, it's not? No.
You can go there for sure. Maybe you want to join a mission or some humanitarian aid, whatever, but it's better to do it together with some professional people. Yeah, because I know some of my acquaintances here, they went to the south, they brought some food to some villages, but they didn't do that by themselves. They was together with the staff of Red Cross or some military people, whatever. So you just have to join them and follow their instructions.
I understand. Yes. That's very. Yes, very the very sensible, safe thing. Safe thing to do actually on my trip out there.
Yeah, and also some of the cities, they have this curfew.
Okay.
So you just don't have to go out. I don't know. It depends on the city. Like from after 10 p.m. It's not allowed to go out.
Yes.
Or like usually it's like from 10 p.m., 11 p.m. until 6 a.m. Something like that. But yeah, so please follow it.
Yes.
I know that some restaurants, nightclubs, they can break this law.
They can break. Okay.
Yes, and you can just hang out until the morning. But
2 in the morning, 3
and
in the morning.
they can say,
yes.
okay, don't worry, we have the basement, everything is safe. But yes, don't do that.
No, okay, no, that's that's very sensible advice on. Yes, just touching on my visit out there. There were so many safety and security things, and I found that interesting. I found it interesting as well when the siren app would go off. There was one time I was in. It was a Crimean restaurant in Kyiv. I'm not sure if you visited it, but the food. I think Ukrainian food is probably the most tasty food.
Yeah, I miss it so much. So I live here. Yes, I cook food for myself. I eat handmade food.
Okay.
And I cook Ukrainian food all the time. And I'm so happy that they have Polish shops here.
Okay.
Because you can buy there the same kind of food that I have in Ukraine.
Okay. Yes.
I mean, especially this dairy. Like, this cheese, special cheese, yogurt, or like sour cream, etc.
Yes, I know. Ukrainians have sour cream with
everything. It's our main sauce. You know? We just add it to to borscht, to our stirniki, it's Ukrainian traditional pancakes, or to like holubtsi, cabbage rolls, etc. It just goes with everything. Yes, and our food is very nice. It's fat food, I can say. Yes, but it's not spicy at all.
No.
It's very mild.
Yes.
You know,
that's good. That's
good.
So
therefore I can't eat here spicy food.
Oh, really? Oh, like curries or...
Yeah. So when my friends invite me to like Indian restaurant or like some I don't know, Chinese, Korean, etc. It's tough to eat something spicy because my Ukrainian tongue didn't used to that.
It doesn't like it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. And I really enjoyed borscht, because borscht is that kind of it's a soup, cabbage style.
Yeah, it's a borscht. It's just borscht.
Yes.
It's some Ukrainians, they feel offended if people call it soup, you know?
Oh.
Yeah, but
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, we can say it's a beetroot soup. Okay. But when you hear beetroot soup, you think, what is that?
Yes.
It's weird. But it's like it's not usually soup, you know, it's something like liquid. You just you know, it's just like soup. It doesn't have lots of ingredients.
Yes.
But borscht, it's like a soup, but it has lots of ingredients, and it's meat, potato, cabbage, beetroot, onion, carrot, tomato paste, beans, greens.
I'm running out of fingers here.
Yes. It has lots of ingredients, and people can add something extra. So everybody has its own recipe, and all the time when I cook it, it has different taste. Somehow.
Okay.
Yes, and also we say that borscht it has the best taste on the second day, because it takes some time for it, you know, for all ingredients flavors to come together. And it's amazing, and I cook it quite often for my British friends.
Yes.
And I enjoy to do that for them.
Yes, kind of experience, to showcase the Ukrainian borscht.
Yeah, it's I don't know, I love it. It's my favorite dish, and I'm honest with you. It is. And usually I cook a big pot.
Yes, a big pot. Yes.
A big pot, and I eat it for like 5 days.
Wow, just not every meal, but for lunch and dinner
for lunch I have borscht for lunch every day, and I'm okay about that.
I'm jealous.
Yeah, but we don't cook it for holidays. You know, it's our like everyday food.
Okay, yes, and
we don't cook it for Christmas, Easter. It's just like, I don't know, it's like everyday food.
Yes, okay, that's actually a good question. What and kind of for special occasions. In Ukraine, what's kind of a special Ukrainian food like that you'd have on Christmas or at Easter or?
Holodets.
Holodets. I said it okay?
Yeah.
Yes,
You're right. Holodets. It's a meat jelly.
A meat jelly?
Yes.
Do you make that, or do you buy it?
My family always cook it for Christmas.
Yes.
I have never cooked it because it takes lots of time to do that.
Okay.
It can take like, I don't know, 5 hours to make it, and then you just need to leave it in the fridge. But usually, you just have to cook meat.
Yes.
For a while, like for 2 hours, and then you need to chop it, and then you make a special like liquid.
Yes.
You add, you know, like a jelly. What is the main ingredient of it? It's
what is the main ingredient? Not starch. No.
I forgot.
Yes, kind of. It's like, is it not a liquid?
Yeah. So you know, you put it. You put it in the water, and then you need to mix it, and then it becomes thick.
Yes.
And then you cover meat with it and leave it
for
like 1 day, and then it becomes like jelly meat. You know?
Jelly meat. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can say that I'm a big fan of it.
Yes.
But it's something unique. It's something that people cook
Yes.
for holidays. My family used to do that all the time. Holubtsi, it's cabbage rolls.
Okay.
Also, it takes lots of time to make it.
And they've got like meat and fish.
Yeah. So you take a big white cabbage.
Yes.
You need to boil it, and then you peel it.
Yes.
And then you take the leaves, and then you prepare the filling, and the filling is minced meat together with some spices, onion, carrot, and you just then you just need to roll it.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
You roll it, and then you cook it, and then you make a sauce for it, and then it's just amazing.
I had some of that in a restaurant.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Loved it.
I have to tell you, I have here a British friend, Ryan, and so me and my another friend, Candice, we organized the Ukrainian speaking club here in London.
Yes, I was going to actually ask you about the Ukrainian speaking club.
Yeah, so we organized it, and there I met some of my British subscribers, students, or some new people who are interested in the Ukrainian language. And I met a very nice guy, Ryan. He's British, and he said to me, "I can cook everything, Inna. I can cook all Ukrainian dishes."
Ooh.
And I say, "Wow!" And he showed me the photo, and then I said, "Ryan, me and my Ukrainian friend Natalia, we are going to your place." He lives in Coventry. "We are coming to you, so we need to check it out."
Yeah.
And he said, "Please come." We came to him, and he cooked for us borscht, and he cooked for us holubtsi.
Yes.
And we ate it, and we was just like, "Wow, amazing."
You could verify it.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know. Just I have never cooked holubtsi. It's a shame. I usually make just stuffed pepper because it's easier to cook. It doesn't take lots of time. But this holubtsi takes lots of time. So yeah, we had to see that. We have to try it, experience, and we're just like, oh my god.
Wow, that's incredible. And you mentioned about the Ukrainian speaking clubs or the things.
Yeah.
That's something you organize and bring
together. Yeah. So I met here Candice.
Yes.
She's British, and she has been learning Ukrainian for like 3 years already.
Yes.
And we became very good friends, and she told me, Inna, I learned also German, and I visit some like meetups here.
Yes.
And she said, let's do Ukrainian speaking club.
I love that.
And I said, really, let's do that.
Okay.
And we did that.
And
so yeah, I'm very happy that she came up with this idea.
Yes.
Because London is huge, and I just like, okay, how to do that, how to organize it, where.
How do you bring so many people together?
Yeah. And she said, okay, there is a very nice pub.
Yes.
I will just call them and ask if they can give us a space.
Yes.
And she just called. They say okay, and we created this event on Meetup, and I just shared information on my social media.
Yes.
And I don't know, for the first meeting, like 23 people came, and I was just like, wow.
Unbelievable, yeah.
yeah. So we organized it in May this year, and it's amazing. I'm very happy. I met lots of very nice people, and it feels very great because I came here on my own, and it was a little bit tough, but now I have here around nice people, students, acquaintances, and people with the same mindset.
Yes.
And it's amazing. I'm happy.
Yes, that must be quite a big. You're sort of just kind of coming across to England and setting up. And you mentioned about your book that you're working on. Will that book? Will you touch on any of your experiences of kind of moving out of or leaving Ukraine and setting up life?
Yes, I think I will. Yeah, I will add this part for sure at the end of the book.
Yeah. Yes, there's quite a lot of chapters and quite a lot of bits, a lot of bits to focus on. And if you could showcase kind of Ukraine or kind of the Ukrainian experience or people's stories to kind of like an English audience or people that don't know, what would kind of be? Would you have a message that you'd like to kind of share to them or make people more aware? About? I know that's quite a big question.
I think I just I just would like to share the feelings that a person goes through when appears in the middle of the occupation.
Yes.
Huge war. How you feel, how you survive, what helps you to keep moving. I just wanted to show that from the perspective of a person.
Yes.
Not just like some facts, some news.
Not statistics.
Not statistics, yeah, but how you feel. How you feel about it, how you survive, how you live, how you think. I think it's very interesting because I read I don't remember the names right now. I'm sorry, the names of the books, but I read some of the books. People who survived in Osventsima.
Okay.
It's Jewish people who went through the.
In World War
in World War II, when they were in Osventsima, it's a town in Poland. They were in these camps, and I read their books last year, and they were very influential. Yes, and I think why not to write something like that. Of course, my experience, many people, they got something worse that I had in Ukraine.
Yes.
But I just want to share some experience, and maybe it will provoke some more interest in that, and people will make some more research about it. They will talk about it more, because it's very important. I think it can help to heal. Yeah, I think first of all I want to do it for myself.
Yes.
I want to heal some trauma, my...
Yes, kind of trauma, experience.
My experience, but I think maybe it will be helpful for other people too.
I think so, and especially at times, if you're kind of writing your diary or something about your experiences, or writing down just how you feel and writing down your experiences and how you feel. At the time you're doing that, you're not thinking, I'll write this into a book or turn it into a book. But when you look back on it,
yes,
you're sharing.
I have to tell you that these thoughts about this book, I can't come down. They're just like in my head all the time.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah. I just want to do that, and then let's see. Probably, I don't know, maybe I can just publish it on Amazon, and if my students, my friends, they can just check it out if they want. Maybe it will be something bigger, I don't know, but I think I just have to do this and then to calm down.
And then it will be...
And I think, when you have an idea about doing something, to create something, and you think, okay, I have to do this, and your intuition says, okay, you should do that, then you just have to follow it.
Just carry on. Just carry on, and don't stop until you've done it.
Yes.
I'll wish you all the best of luck.
Thank you.
With your English speaking, not your English speaking courses, your Ukrainian language courses, and your book, and all your other enterprises and events. And thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you so much for inviting me. I appreciate it so much.
You're welcome.
I admire all people who support Ukraine, because it's you don't have any connection with Ukraine. Like why do you care? Because many people, they don't care, and makes sense. They have their life and everything. But in a general, on a huge level, it's very important, because it's horrible, and it can grow, and then we don't want that. We want good win.
Yes.
We need it. So I appreciate people who really cares, who want to join, to help, to support. Any kind of support is very important. And yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Inna. You were perfect.
Thank you. Wow.
Oh. Cheers.
Budmo.
Budma.
Yeah, it's how to say in Ukrainian.
Oh, perfect.